but he's not as bad as he was when he first came out, for sure.
Yeah, we might be able to see some really good changes coming in out here. We have our first match on screen. Classic Rando on the Testament and Pizza Fiend on the Kai. Two characters that a lot of people really like what Arxis has done with them.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that as well. Applying the curse, just doing block stuff and gets that hit. Just to try and keep the pressure on. Set up for the meaty, but actually tries to jump back, baits out the burst, but no RC to try and make the Greed Saber a little bit more safer. Good shimmy as well. Tries to bait the burst again and throws out the heavy slash. This should be the round. Very quick.
Oh, sent right into the White House. We're going right to the dining room for the second round here. Jump back, sending out the Succubus, and Classic Rando's doing a really good job with these long normals and projectiles, just controlling the mid-range, but Pizza Fiend just chest out, DPing.
Oh my gosh.
Classic Rando's face.
What a situation to be in. You're afraid, like you don't want to be in a situation where you have to block Testament's projectile, so you run forward and DP and it works. There's no punish. Because they're still recovering from the frames of the fireball. Throws out his fireball super.
The Arbiter side trades with the Sacred Edge. Oh, we get right back with the first bait and gets the punish to seal it out. Classic Rando going up 1-0 here. And was in control of the game. I'd say a pretty good solid portion of both rounds.
You brought up something that was actually super interesting as well, is you have brought up the consistency and the good pokes that Testament has. Testament has really good buttons when typically Kai is typically on the other side of that spectrum, right? He does have good pokes, he does have good normals. You typically would expect to see that, go more so his way if it was any other character but Testament, and then you sort of see why he has to adapt, why you see situations where he's running up and DPing just to try and avoid the pressure from the fireball, right? Doesn't want the curse to apply. So he has to keep in her face.
So we'll see how Pizza Fiend can adapt through it this time. But Classic Rando using these Succubi and the Gravediggers just to control space, whether it's threatening the teleport or the Unholy Diver, gets the H Gravedigger to get the air approach.
And the worst part about this as well is the fact of Kai's changes, right? That static effect it is that he typically gives to his opponents is no longer prominent when he gets hit. So that's so much dangerous to try and play around Testament. It makes it harder for him to typically play his game plan. Gets the throw though. If it's one thing Kai's love, it's finding that throw pressure. Tries to keep the meaty there, but doesn't quite find it. Good challenge and burst base again.
Yeah, that Foudre arc without shock state, it's -1 if you stand blocked in the corner like that. So good recognition from Classic Rando. Throwing out that 5-frame 2P, and we get a quick burst going early into the second round.
Teleport as well. Just throwing those projectiles, playing a projectile game. Love it. Kyle's projectiles, not terrible, but they're not as good as what options Testament gets from them. Great shimmy as well. This should break the wall, but not going to find the combo. 6P into the fireball. Will though.
Let's see how Classic Rando rocks. Oh, good backdash through. We're getting the poke, but we're not sealing out. We're in chip range. We're going for the dragon install. Check these wings. But we get clipped on the toes with this Gravedigger. The S Gravedigger covering the ground right in that space that Kai wants to get through the Stun Dipper. And they've been really just going in with that Stun Dipper a good amount, whether or not it's been punished. And it has been punished quite frequently. But there's just nothing stopping, I believe it was Pizza Slut, from just going for that straight 236K to get right in.
Yeah, it's the aspect of understanding that while you may have Dragon Install prevalent to you, that doesn't solve the issue of Kai trying to find his way in. It's why he's using those slides so often. It's why you see him having to play like a little bit more of these riskier plays. Testament really is great at one thing, that they're great at controlling space. That's something that they excel at. They're great normals, and through the utilization of their projectiles, it makes it so much more dangerous to approach. And you see it right here.
Oh, great use of that 2K. Fantastic button for Testament. Trying to poke out with the 6H, but we're going closer.
Nice.
Jumping in that.
Okay. Oh no! Oh my gosh, it's gonna hurt.
Tricky burst point. We don't have meter to get a heavy knockdown. We're just going for the reset to neutral. Oh, when you have 100% tension, why not throw out the invincible super?
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? Or I guess in this case, 100% of the battles you don't feed. That time Classic Rando will be able to feed his babies, Succubus, the everything, the demons coming up to play. Truly demonic work on the side of Testament, trying to find the 5K to 6H conversion, throwing out the crow, the bird, the whole 9 yards. It's so hard for Kai to get in, but once he is, things can go a little bit more in his favor.
Oh, there it is. The close Fujer are getting the challenge with that 2P. Poke, watch for the burst. It gets baited. Classic Rando cleaning it up against Pizza Fiend 3-0. I don't think they dropped a single round that entire set.
They did, and 3 for 3 on the burst baits as well, or I believe it's 4 for 4, but even still, they are going to be able to clutch this one out, move on forward. You can't really say it's a clutch. It's just really smooth sailing, right? I mean, it's kind of hard for Kai to try and combat that space that Testament has. It's obviously like we all saw it. It's the utilization of the projectiles. It's the overall great normals it is that Testament has in their arsenal, and it's so hard to deal with when you're on the side of Kai, because while he may have some good pokes, while he may have like a good sense of neutral and a fireball, it's kind of hard to try and stop that. There were a couple times where he tried to use heavy slash fireball, and the fireball would go, Testament's projectile will go under it, and the fireball will still keep moving forward. What will happen? They were teleporting the other side, right? Now they're in your face. Now you have to worry about more space that's being afforded to Testament that you can't really stop or have an answer for unless you have meter on the side of Kai.
Yeah, and the S Gravedigger on its own just does such a good job of really contesting the approach from Kai, because we always think of Kai, we have that 5-frame stun dipper just to get right in when you're not expecting it. But if you have the Gravedigger to really check the spacing or check the approach, it can be a little bit difficult. And Kai, you mentioned this, and it's been very prevalent, at least in that matchup that we just saw, the specific player matchup. Kai has long buttons, but Testament can really contest and has just a little bit of a further reach with that far slash there, and it was really good piloting from our Testament player here, just to be able to check the approaches and be wary of where the Gravediggers and Succubi are at all opportunities throughout the entire set.
And on top of that, I mean, like some of the buffs it is that like Testament received as well means that that grave, like that Gravedigger is going to be extremely powerful, right? I mean, like having situations where you're like the Succubus, I believe, remains out for longer. Like they expanded some of the hitboxes on different versions of the Grave Reaper as well. It's a great tool, and we saw that being utilized so often, and that's why I think it's so hard for Kai to try and like as you said, as we both said, right? Like the aspect of trying to contest that neutral space. It's really difficult, because you see that happen a lot with characters that have normally long-reaching buttons, but when their opponent also does, it becomes a little bit of a footsie game. Scratch the fact that Testament has a really great fireball and great tools to get in a controlled space. Kai has to be a lot more present of mind to be able to stop and try and contest against what Testament is doing. And it took some risky plays. I mean, we saw him run up DP like a couple times just to try and close the gap so he didn't get hit.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see all of these people bring out the new tech with Testament and Jacko, a lot of characters that didn't really see a lot of love in the previous versions of the game, but a little bit of extra improvements will give these new characters their time to shine. Especially Testament came out in, what was it, March? So they were just totally overshadowed by a lot of the top tiers. There was a lot of people crying out about how they were just waiting for June 10th so these characters get knocked down a notch. And while it might not be the case completely, there's still a lot of really great opportunities for these different characters to show themselves at the high level, at the tournament level.
And that's the thing, right? Is that there's FGC like at times loves to jump to conclusions, right? But who doesn't, right? When we see a character, if it is not amazing day one, typically that character can be overshadowed. I think Testament has to have more time to shine for us to truly see what they're capable of. But even still, Zato, speaking of good buffs, by the way, Zato got some crazy stuff this patch, actually.
Yeah, Zato players are eating good. We just saw Jonathan Tene just take a clean sweep run through that CEO top 8, and now we have Phantom versus Arva over here, coming in with a clean pickup and complete round there. Just Zato is so powerful right now.
typically typically you see Nago being the oppressor, but here he is being oppressed, right? I mean, that's just the power of Zato in general. Typically, like I said, this is sort of like not exactly the same, but sort of similar to that. Wow, there's no way that hits. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yo.
Okay, you're right. Swim with the fishes. Send them. Send them to the fishes, to the abyss with you. That's crazy.
The 7 salmon letters?
Literally. It's crazy. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, I have the absolute pleasure of seeing some fantastic Zato play at my locals. There's some really great Zato that comes in every week, but just seeing the plan work out every time, it never gets old to me. It never gets old. It just looks so pretty, and these players put in so much time to make this character look so good. And being on the receiving end, I gotta give it to you. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, like on top of that, a lot of his normals like don't knock back as far anymore on block either. So he has a lot scarier pressure, a lot different ticks, a lot of different tick throw setups as well into play of command grab opportunities like this. I mean, this is the one matchup that I think like Nago actually really struggles with. Like I said, you typically see him being the oppressor, and this game he's getting oppressed.
Getting that PRC to recover that Eddie gauge, but poking out that 5K. We've reestablished a presence in neutral, but we're right back in. Oh, and popped the yellow bubble to get out again.
It's actually kind of crazy to think about as well. It got closer on the side of Nago. What more is there for there to offer? Good stuff, and wow!
It doesn't.
What extension? Yo. What extension, man? I don't think I've ever seen that extension before. That usually invite hell just to stall them out in the air for a little bit longer, so that way Eddie can let it do his thing. Keep carrying him to the corner.
Yeah, you gotta do as much as possible to get these full screen conversions. Because once you get in the corner against Zato, you are going to explode. You are going to get mixed to high heaven. Oh, here it starts. Tick throw gets the 2K into the orb. We're going to get down, but not quite enough. RC to finish it up. Oh, but the second hit of the frog doesn't connect, but we still get the punish on the whiff throw attempt.
7 amphibious letters in this situation, right? Like, I mean, like that's just sort of how that's just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, it's kind of hard to deal with that as Nago, because like you have to like watch out for the wacky wavy inflatable tube man, right? Like he puts his arms up, and you have to sort of respect that. Typically, 2S and the 5H is such a common thing that you would see Nagos do and throw out in neutral quite a bit, but he can't really do that. He can't Beyblade. He can't really do most of that. So he has to sort of concede a lot of that space that he's typically used to just taking by force. So with the changes to Beyblade being -3, makes it kind of worse too, honestly.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki has often really struggled in this matchup because once you get established with Eddie, it's hard to really play the game the way Nagoriyuki wants, whether it's playing neutral or playing defense. But we get the Sword Super, get the hard knockdown, resummon the Eddie gauge. We're right back into the corner, right where we started, and this is going to clean it up.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're going to need a bigger boat.
Absolutely. And that boat was a little bit too tiny. Popped a hole in it one time, and then it just seemed like it was sinking for the rest of that round, right? Phantom still, once again, pops out the Eddie, wacky with the inflatable tube man. The snakes are here. The snake charmer, Zato, trying to keep the corner position for now. This is so difficult because there's really nothing that he can do. Not having any meter, he just has to keep blocking for his life into the wall, breaking the hard knockdown.
You have to be able to find the spots to contest, mostly like between the piers or between the piers into the clap cancels, but it's so hard because these Zato players cover the gap so incredibly well. Oh, we want this game over. Oh,
wait a minute, that's actually pretty huge. There's no burst. We'll have to use gold RC if they're looking for any other opportunity. No, this is what I mean. That's what I was saying about the Beyblade, about how like hard it is to actually utilize Beyblade in neutral. Like Nago typically takes that space with that tool, and since he has Eddie set up, he's going to Beyblade right into it. It absorbs the hit, and Zato pretty much just gets a free punish.
Yeah, the Oppose has, ever since the release and the pre-release and the betas of Strive, Oppose has been such a powerful tool, and really, I think centralizing sort of Zato's neutral approaches and pressure as well. There's so many ways to utilize it. We've seen the likes of Peppery Splash and Latif using Eddie in such creative ways that it's just so impressive to see what these players come up with. I've seen, I saw Macho say on Twitter, a premier North American Zato player, top 24 combo breaker. He said, Zato is Pandora's box in Guilty Gear Strive.
True,
there's so much that you can do, and there's just endless paths that you can take with Zato. And it's, I smile every time I see someone do anything with Zato. He's just so cool.
I don't. Typically, I'm the one blocking it, so like I'm good on saying that, right? But even still, I do think it's amazing. I think when Arxis isn't worried about necessarily about the tier list, when they want to balance things how they like how they perceive the game, it really puts a lot of things into perspective. I've seen a lot of new nasty mixes with Zato. I mean, I love like crazy mixes. Like I don't even know how anybody would block that, let alone like like you sit there blocking, you pray. Like that's your option, right? It's crazy. And to know that you have like a couple of other normals, like the slowdown on P and K now, which is like universal, right? Like having that like a little bit extra means that you have a lot of easier time to confirm into things. You have like a little bit of an easier time to get new combo opportunities. And Zato just takes and runs with that sort of perspective, because there's going to be a lot of staggered hits it is that he has. When he gets that counter hit now, it's going to be a lot more dangerous for you to have to worry about that instead of worrying about the trades. If he gets the counter hit with like 2K, then you're in big trouble. It's just crazy.
And for those of you who don't have to block the Zato mix, those of you at home watching, you can contribute to the Matcherino. Hit exclamation Matcherino in chat. You can hit those claim code buttons, as well as those sponsored quests, and maybe even donate out of the good of your heart. And send these players some love, because we're always grinding to get better and better. We have so many great tournaments on the horizon, not to mention we're running Digital Havoc pretty regularly. Weekly, bi-weekly, pretty often.
Yo, that merch is godlike. I want that merch. Like, that's, the Neon Demon hoodie, that's all me. Yeah,
dude,
next paycheck, that's mine.
What's with all these fighting game organizations and tournament organizers coming out with this godlike merch? My wallet is crying.
That's what I'm saying.
I got home from Combo Breaker and I felt it, man. And it's making it harder and harder with every day.
Going to like any con, like even like breathing in the direction of the artist alley, if you ingest any of those fumes, like your wallet is like being pulled in. It's like the siren song, right? It's sealing your fate in that case. You go to any convention, you're going to deal with an absolutely ridiculous amount of just, I don't know, man, like money burning tech, right? Like, I guess that's how you have to sort of put it in. It's clean merch.
You gotta expect that you're gonna be spending like at least $100 from just walking around the show floor. Yeah. There's a lot of great ways to do it, and what better way to do it than to donate to the Matcherino or pick up some Incendium.gg merch. Support our folks here for Digital Havoc. We've already seen some great games. We've already seen some really fantastic play from all our players sign up today, and there's still more to come. There's still more to come, so don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, not a single place to go at all, if anything, right? Like,
we're just waiting for Tester Luck and Classic Rando. Well, Classic Rando's in the lobby, waiting on Tester Luck.
Okay.
Tester Luck. Okay. Phenomenal Nagoriyuki player. He was actually in my pool in Combo Breaker. I did not have the displeasure of playing him. He is very strong. I don't know if he was top 24 or just outside, but very powerful. Has taken down numerous events online, and always nice to see some real top level play from our wonderful players.
It really is, right? Like, like you have definitely some Canadian killers like that are like really, really interesting to be able to watch as well. I mean, like Tester Luck is somebody I've been commentating for a while now, and it's always super nice to see his Nagoriyuki, right? Like I think he plays such a very strong, neutral, heavy, know how to hit the gas sort of Nagoriyuki for sure.
Yeah, if you can figure out sort of the different roads to follow with your character, it's just always a smart way to level up your character, because there's so many ways to play the character. Nagoriyuki especially, there's a lot of ways to really lean into that blood mechanic, whether it's just staying at level 2 or going for the pop. One of the premier Nagoriyuki players in the world, Kotaku, just getting 3rd place at CEO. Big fan of going for those meaty pops, but we're into it. Test your luck versus Classic Rando. Testament versus Nagoriyuki.
Another situation in which they have to sort of be afraid as well. Great combo just to be able to get the wall. Carry Classic Rando has the positive bonus now. This is sort of a similar situation that Nago finds themselves in, like when you're playing against Zato. It's a situation where you have to worry about a lot of those long-reaching normals. His dash, Fukio, can be interrupted. It's very, very hard for him to try and close that gap, close that space. They have lots of good buttons. You have to respect that on time.
Oh, we're just getting the Gravedigger tried to confirm, but this heavy slash gets the counter hit. We're getting super close to popping. Classic Rando play on defense. Oh,
very, very good.
Getting a little thirsty out here. Test your luck.
Yeah. Couldn't have it. The gamer fuel was too much. Ended up popping. He was too much of a gamer in that situation. Breaks the wall as well with 6H, pops it. And with that being the case, he is going to it. Nice. Oh my gosh.
Is that the soft hit? Oh, it doesn't even reach!
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I'm like, is that real? Like, is that new? Like, it looked like he was too far away for it for a little bit. Yeah, no, you have to respect
careful. Running down the blood gauge down to level 1.
Oh,
caught airborne off the YRC, so we don't get a punish off of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're gonna feel that one in the morning.
Absolutely. Yeah, good luck next time with that one. Yeah, he put out the 5H. That was not anything than what we wanted to see at all. Man, just 2K2 into the setup. Tries to shimmy him. Doesn't take the bait. Still luck. Still in the corner. But manages to jump out with burst. Just wants to get that corner position. But 5H, goodness. The button of the god when you got 2 blood gates.
And we're living on the edge here at blood level 2, but Tester Luck doing a good job using these huge normals to get in, but doesn't get the cleanup off of the counter hit. Still gets the poke on the meaty. Tester Luck a little bit shaky on that first round, but still taking the game 2-1. We're up 1-0 in this set, and Tester Luck has no signs of slowing down just yet.
And this is something that I mentioned before as well, is just understanding that, like, Tester Luck is one of those players when he's great at hitting the gas when he knows he needs to hit the gas. I've been watching him play for quite some time now, and I definitely am always a fan, whatever it is. I see him play. He's in a situation, back to the wall, is willing to fight his way out. Nago's 5H is a really, really good button. We all saw it right there, right? And he was willing to play the patient game if need be.
Oh, we're right stuck against the wall here. Classic Rando hit the meaty hit of that Beyblade, 50% tension. Oh, we drifted up right back down for the bite, and the second hit of the uppercut on counter hit? That's some big damage. Test your luck is looking super strong here.
It's okay, Rando. I also would have been afraid of getting hit too, because like if he doesn't pull the trigger on that second DP, then it's potentially a command grab, right? So I completely understand that. Goodness gracious. Race to the wall of the White House once again. The inaugural hall manages to at least get the Red RC clone. Nice setup. Didn't get enough for the super. Breaks to another wall. Goodness gracious. That back is hurting on the side. The Testament finishes it off with a 2S as well. Tester Luck going up 2-0.
Classic Rando, the very first round we saw, had full control of the game, but it's just such a powerful statement that Tester Luck is making. Winning these round starts, I feel, has been so crucial. Just once you get Classic Rando, once you get anyone in the corner, if you have offense as potent as Nagoriyuki, it's going to go a long way. And Tester Luck is just pushing it further and further with every chance that they get.
Once again, hit the gas type of player, right? And I think that's something it is that we're seeing still like being developed here as this set goes on. But Classic Rando has the court position once again, but he's been in this situation before. Challenges out, Fukio back in, and now He has the extra range on his heavy slash. Good challenge as well. What a combo, too.
We're at level 2, so the movement is stifled. Gotta be careful on how they approach. Always going for the jump. Nice backdash to get over the 2K. We're pressed all the way corner to corner. Classic Rando is now getting the confirmation, though. Double stain. Oh,
smart.
Oh, watch that blood. It's getting mighty high.
Oh, wow.
Poke out.
Oh. Tried to go for the run-up 5K.
Super smart with the cross-up JK with the air dash, but from such a high hit, that was most certainly minus on hit there.
Oh my goodness, wow. Activity, oh my goodness.
Oh, you can't do anything!
Yeah, there's nothing you can do in that situation. Oh, not going to fluke you, or not going to take the bait. Yeah,
It's
GG, shake my hand.
Terrifying.
It is.
When pressed up against the wall by Nagoriyuki, by Zato and Eddie, there's so little you can do, and it's a lot of knowledge and patience that you really have to go through in order to find the gaps, figure out what the approaches want to, or how the approach angles should be depending on the resources. It's just so much to really approach in the heat of the moment that it can be hard to really paint the picture of how you need to respond to all of these really complex decisions.
It's kind of hard as well. Like, to be able to adapt to your opponent's adapting is very, very, very difficult, right? So Classic Rando having to realize that, like, the first round went really well in the first game, and then all of a sudden the lead continuously seems to slip through their fingers is something really hard to try and adapt, because sometimes when you're fighting, you're playing more against the player than you are the character. Now, unless you're playing like Happy Chaos or like Nago, like we saw to your luck, then you're playing both of them, right? Like, you got to deal with the player and you're getting 2v1, and that's like that's the unfortunate part about it, right? You have to keep in mind the character's good tools as well as understanding what the player is adapting to, and that's something that's really, really hard to deal with, especially when you're already on the back foot from a character like Nagoriyuki. So Classic Rando once again sent down to the losers bracket, not out of the tournament yet, but is at least, still in it. Hopefully they can make some adjustments next time around.
Yeah, these are double elimination brackets all the way to the end. You got to lose twice to get sent to spectators, but we're here for the long run. We're here for the long run. So you got to use all the time you got to recompose yourself. All the time you got. You can hit exclamation Matcherino in the chat while you're waiting. Go to that page, hit.
I was going to mention, by the way, so we're going to keep Test Your Luck in the lobby. We're going to have him play against Corey, who just beat Casper not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be a May.
Okay.
So you got Key, yep.
Okay, May versus Nagoriyuki. That's going to be a fun one. There's a lot of crazy interactions that come on whenever May graces the screen. A very high-paced character, but even when you know how to play them slow, it can be incredibly threatening. With the likes of, like, Slash, very strong Mei player, just knows how to play the different speeds. And it's a really powerful thing that even Test Your Luck was doing, just knowing when to slow down, knowing when to speed up. As you mentioned, knowing when to hit the gas.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A lot of
I think that's...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just there's so much to do, and just when you can figure out the pacing of the game and really control the pacing of the game, it's just a recipe for success. And Test Your Luck did such a great job of it in that previous set.
I entirely agree as well. I mean, like, once again, it'll be interesting to see this sort of interaction between both Men and Nagoriyuki. As you were mentioning, I think it's super interesting to be able to see that matchup, because while may not have as long of reaching buttons as Nagoriyuki does, her buttons are very active. It's 5H is like one of her better tools. 5H, 2S, like they're both really, really dangerous buttons, and they're great at whiff punishing. They're really, really good at whiff punishing. So Nago has to be a little bit more careful with how he chooses to actually utilize his buttons in that way. Typically, you would see like 2S into 5H, and if he manages to get the knockdown, then maybe we won't even have to worry about how his button placement is. Maybe he'll just have that snowbally lead that we see Nagoriyuki typically have whenever he's on the screen.
Yeah, both of these characters, I think, are very well adept at initiating the rock, paper, scissors situation. There are a lot of really great tools that both these characters have to force the way in. Whether it's on block or on hit, there's always something that you have to guess for. And for Mei, it's S-Dolphin. For Nagoriyuki, one of the main players is Beyblade. Nagoriyuki has a few options, whether it's Clone Fukyo or Beyblade being the two main ones that I see a lot of players utilizing. But both of them very strong in initiating the RPS, just being able to maneuver around each other's sort of openings, I think is going to be a really crucial point in this matchup in between these two players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the things that's also like super interesting as well is that, like, you know, despite the changes to Nagoriyuki, like both good and bad, I think it's interesting to also think about like Mei changes as well, right? I mean, like she has a couple of times where like her buttons come up faster. 5P and 5K are both like they have like reduced attack startup is what I believe that I read, so they come out a little bit faster, and like her Dolphin like has more active frames now, like with the buttons held down, which is like crazy, right? So you have to be a little bit more cautious in how you sort of play this.
Yeah, and we just saw something I think that's going to be very important too. Level 2 Blood 2S actually punished S-Dolphin. Be careful of the pop. Oh, great backdash. Overhead kiss. Oh, use that time to waste that blood, just a single hit to clean it up. A grab is such a fantastic way to punish the blood pop, because it keeps the opponent from bursting out, as well as wasting that time to let the health drain.
Oh, but now there's no... Oh my god, okay, this is gonna hit. It's gonna hurt. Like crazy. It's a soft hit too, yo. Into the wall, 6H. My goodness.
Oh, she's so tiny. Oh, we're just keeping the corner pressure up. We had the 50% tension, but we still clipping those toes. That chip damage from those huge buttons are always so strong.
Yeah, those Sora from Kingdom Hearts-esque shoes aren't going to help you here, man. It's going to be unfortunate. It works against you in this scenario with how goofy they look. And if anything, back throw into the corner with the seal, the circus packet is here. I can respect that. Get out of my face. I can respect that. I can respect that.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta let it rip, and who better to let it rip than with the Goriyuki? Oh! First bait!
Exactly what I was talking about before. Exactly what I was talking about before. 2S, 5H, great tools. What happened right there? It's counter hit. Now they lost all their HP. Like, oh my goodness!
Yo, she's
what
so
in the
tiny,
active frames?
Yo, that hit the bill of the cap there. That didn't even hit her head. That hit the hat.
What in the active frames? That was crazy. It was active for so long that she got hit when she reacted to the 2H. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
You see the wind-up? You see the baseball wind-up, Babe Ruth pointing at the stands?
Right.
And you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen. You swing the anchor trying to catch the recovery, and you got punished for it? Oh, great nice. Jump out.
Just moved on. Yeah. Just moved on. Wow, what the... Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be the case either. I believe the 6H may have put him in a position where he didn't actually get hit by that. Tries to use the jump in. Right now, Corey has to play. Oh, pops the balloon. No circus act here. Keep your clown shoot. Who's where they are, May. You're getting sent back to the circus. That's going to be the round over. Teshula takes it with this week.
I think there were a lot of really great decisions made early, and Corey was able to maneuver out of the corner, but Test Your Luck just responding with such ferocity and just coming in hot off this second round here, right into the wall break. Oh, smells like a dolphin in here.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That's crazy. Oh, what in the Vampire-S thing? What's somebody called the Belmonts, bro? This vampire's getting a little bit too out of hand. I gotta be honest with you. He tries to go for the super once again. Knocks him right on
off. Have 100% tension.
Yeah, right, yeah. She's dead on this. Oh, she's not. Wow, that scaling was not what I thought it was. Let's go. Deep here? No, you can't. That's right, the clone, duh. Yeah, so you get the hold on that.
We got the toe check to clean it up. It's the same story that we saw in the previous set versus Classic Randa. The first round was just all in their opponent's favor, but Test Your Luck able to win these round starts so consistently afterwards. It's like he took the L in the first round, and then all of that data is just instantly downloaded. We have all the responses lined up, and we know exactly what you want to do. Test Your Luck is just processing super fast right now.
If anything, Corey just has to find a sign of life here. 5H tried to see if they can get the whip punish, but the Dolphins are here. 6P immediately after the birth. Dolphin was already wise into the tricks of May. Nice. Gets a bite out of Prime as well. Tries to find the pressure, still keeping it on, still has plenty of blood left. Oh, setup too.
It punished something. Maybe a throw tech of their own. Test Your Luck using the command throw, sealing it out. Oh, poking out. Corey's just trying to get the ground there. 6P to contest the charge on the 6S, and we're right back to the corner. 6H, excuse me.
Especially with having a little bit of more extra pressure as well. 2K, 2D, break the wall with the 6H. It's just rough.
Getting close.
Yeah. Not really much as you can do in that situation. Like I'm not really like May has their way of snowballing, but it's so hard to do once Nago gets started. Like that's the point of like a character that snowballs as well as Nago does. It's just a non-stop tumble of I'm going to keep in your face. I'm going to keep the pressure. There is nothing that you can do about it. So that's Simpsons meme, right? Like I'm going to swing my arms, and if you get hit, it's your fault. That's sort of how May has to deal with that, right? She has to find some sort of way to sort of dodge and dip and get out of the way of whatever it is that Nago might be throwing at her.
Yeah, I like to think there's a little bit of artistry that goes on behind the scenes when picking your options in a resource-based character. Like Nagoriyuki, because as we saw, the very first round was the only round we got the blood pop, and Test Your Luck rode the edge just so frequently that like if they had done just that one extra Fukyo, or they missed their 5H or their 2S, they just would have popped. But being able to measure the distance, measure the meters, and being able to choose the options in order to not only keep your opponent at bay, but to prevent yourself from getting punished from using all of these overwhelming tools.
Yeah, it can be a consistent sort of pressure deal that you have to be like sort of afraid of, right? I mean, like it's I mentioned it before, like 2S, 5H. Like we did see a time where Nago was actually counter hit, but before that's like within range. We saw a time where that was tried to be punished, the 5H from Nago, and then all of a sudden May's getting hit despite it already being active, right? So that's something it is that I think is super interesting, a little bit unfortunate, but interesting nevertheless to be able to see those sort of interactions as well, because it means the player has to adapt. It makes it even more impressive when they have to make a couple of plays differently than how they've been doing on the spot. It really is a testament to the skill and the players as well. When they both go in sort of like that back and forth motion, Test Your Luck seemed to have a little bit of an easier time, but even still, that's not to say that Corey wasn't, sort of prepared for the situation. It's kind of hard to deal with Nago's buttons like that, so I can't really blame him.
So up next, we're going to have Blue Heck 997 versus Superboy.
Okay. Superboy. Okay.
I recognize the name Blue Heck. I can't remember when I've seen them on stream, but I took a little peek behind the scenes and saw that they have some pretty solid placings in their previous tournaments. Some nice placings in the likes of the can opener that IFC Yipes likes to run on Tuesdays, which is Guilty Gear Strive being one of the games in rotation. But it's definitely a stacked tournament going on pretty frequently. The likes of Umi Show coming in just about every time I see the can opener. I feel like Razo as well. A lot of really strong, just heavy hitters coming in, and just something really great about the age we live in with a rollback netcode.
Oh, absolutely.
Deadass Kai with the Tims.
Absolutely. What's good, P? My man with the...
Grabbed her out of the compel? What a call out, Blue Heck! Oh man! Oh, counter hit, dire clutch! That's gonna be big damage! Oh, we going for a ride all the way through the wall here.
The hit into the knockdown as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. If that was me, I would have assumed that Kai was what in the Sonic speed. Immediately, he gets the cross up. Superboy puts out the disc again and manages to get the knockdown. Here we go. You're in Amelia's world now.
Okay, we got the burst. That's the victory right there. That's a victory right there.
Oh, what patience on Blue Heck, bro. Good job with the purple.
Blue Heck, have you played Guilty Gear before? Are you anti-airing with
what?
air throw?
Crazy.
Hit the crown.
That's like some Acid Core-esque, like anti-air. That's really, like, that's definitely not like, oh my gosh, yeah, that scares me too, I know. Yeah, what a backdash as well.
Yo, we're just trying to go in and out. Oh, he's just running right in the face. 6P counter hit doesn't confirm into it. We're right back to neutral, trying to skip it with the hair car. We're going for the cross-up. The pressure starts the H disc, and it could happen to you. It could happen to anyone.
Oh, the new combos, okay.
No, the JD looking nice and fine. Oh, what a button. JS so strong.
Nice, just to set up for the Oki. Manages to get the burst just in time, though. Not a moment sooner.
We want this game over. We want it over fast. Oh,
nice!
So
a
well
good utilization of movement. Oh my gosh, these two are moving right now. Love this. Love to be able to see the Superboy S on the chest. Manages to get the falling normal, falling H. That's how we are
so much
with this
time.
round.
There was so much time after that burst from Blue Heck. He's almost got another burst coming up. Oh, empty into the throat. We're setting up the disc. Got the wall break. We're getting this positive bonus lined right up.
Nice. Fakes out the roll, but good awareness of Blue Heck. Sticks out the 2P. Get the hit. Set it up. Takes the lobby. Try to see if they can keep the pressure on him with Superboy with the burst here. Gets the throw.
Both players rocking on 50% tension. Backdashes out of the quick dust, and we're right back to neutral, but we don't confirm off of the compel. Gets the counter hit in the air.
Now gonna be a wall break. It's something for the Oki. Nice. Aware of what Blue Heck wanted to go for and manages to bait out the burst. What good awareness.
That was such a
wonderful
strong
job by him.
It was really strong from both players, actually. There was a lot of really great back and forth, and I think quick adaptation from both of them. The first game was there was just so much that Blue Heck did to there's so much that Blue Heck did to get Superboy down to low health, and Superboy did get the last minute, tried to go for the hero burst, didn't quite work out, but was able to get their footing still in that very first round and really threaten a lot of options here. But we're going into our second game here. Let's see how the dance continues.
Here we are, the dance of death, my friend. Tries to go for the cross-up and manages to get bad move. Instant overhead. I believe that stagger was for the bait, but I think they did a little bit too soon. I've definitely been there in that scenario. Throws out the hair. Better with the Willow Smith. Trying to see if they can find the overhead. Doesn't find it there, but instead a million stabs. He's going to keep the pressure on. Good confirm into Dragon install.
Yo, check it. Look how fast he's going. Look how fast he's going. Roadrunner.
Come on, Wally Collier. You can get him.
Right back to trying to use these buttons. And Kai and Dragon install can really contest the ground speed. Great pickup. Oh, close slash pressure.
What in the Guilty Gear? Yeah, this man has played Guilty Gear before. Yeah,
holy air throw, Batman.
He's definitely played Guilty Gear before. He's actually played Guilty Gear before. Because, like, this is... He said that, man. It's true. It's him. We found out who he was. Blue Heck.
Yo, what?
What a... Dude, yeah, okay. My man has played Guilty Gear before. He's played Guilty Gear before. This is the most I've ever seen somebody I don't even see like other like professional players like at a higher level like air throw that much. I see them air throw when needed, but like the consistency to fall back on air throws when you feel like it is like that's definitely a Guilty Gear player thing. You see that a lot more in like Plus R, like Rev 2, like not as much in here, but it's crazy to see it either way.
Very early on in the life cycle of Guilty Gear Strive, I saw videos from like Ramola and Kizzy K, both legacy Guilty Gear players. Guilty Gear Xrd monsters. They put out videos talking about anti-airs, and one of the things they listed was air throw, and you got to be able to look out for it. But what another great use of 5B to catch them out of the air. Going to return to neutral after this burst. Superboy is having none of that.
Keeping pressure on him for the time being. Blue Heck still fighting back. 6P, but into the burst. Blue Heck to try to maintain the space. What's Milia doing? Finds the 5S.
Blue Heck doing a really great job of the fuzzy mash on defense, just trying to check these approaches. Anti-air counter hit. Foudre are in the shock state. We are sending you through the wall with ease.
Yeah, my man is definitely doing high players out there. Justice gets the bad moon with the overhead, the 5K, the most dainty kick you've ever seen in your life. Milia, a girl with class, that's still getting wrecked right now. Sets up the fireball, finds the flip as well.
Hold these frames. Oh, great anti-air. Just trying to get in, get right out. Uses
the throw tag.
Great check. Full burst, but no punish. It does recover a little bit faster. This is how it starts.
Yeah. Could you imagine getting thrown like that, getting your neck snapped, and your opponent apologizes to you because she knows what she's about to do next is about to mess you up? That's crazy. What? No!
Yo, casually, just casually have 100% tension. Run up DP, RC into Ride the Lightning?
A dastardly deed. A duplicitous act. What a villainous move there. That's no circumstance.
That's like throwbacks to season 1 Churara, like early stages Churara. Just being able to DP with just knowing that it's either going to hit or you're gonna just send them right into the mix. Something's gonna connect and you're gonna make your opponent cry.
Tries to get the landing for the most part. 2K, 2D. What's going on? Nice. Fakes the mix-up that time.
Yeah, Superboy floating like a butterfly out here, but Blue Heck trying to sting like a bee here. Oh, gets the throw whiff, sets up with a heavy charge stun edge here once again, but returning to neutral off the burst.
Blue burst not trying to get hurt here. Purple RC tries to cross stuff and manages to catch the backdash as well. What a good opportunity on the side of Superboy. What a wonderful thing. Feeling the danger penalty, but honestly, you didn't really have any meter anyway, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, Milia, a character that you might see in a negative penalty just a little bit more than others, because she's so fast that you don't need to be close to your opponent to play the neutral game. Oh, great call out, good air tear with the JS.
Yeah. Nice. Let's play Dipper.
Oh, OTG into this. Getting this pressure.
Oh, good.
Oh, we got so much going on. Getting these mitts on the Milia here. Oh, tried to go for a fuzzy setup, but catches the burst anyway. Able to catch the float off of the BRC. Superboy going down to Blue Heck.
Yeah, impressive, truly. You didn't see as many air throws that time, but I feel like enough. To be honest with you, I feel like we've seen enough to set it up for like the rest of our lives potentially. I think that's been an amazing set, an amazing game overall too. I'm like really impressed with how Blue Heck was playing that. Like definitely comfortable with his character and matchup too. I mean, seeing Milia get thrown on a bad moon is just it's an interesting sight to behold. And seeing that Kai has been doing that consistently, aka Blue Heck, means that he's comfortable with the matchup. He's played this before. He's been here.
Yeah, and Milia is not a very common character either. She was previously considered one of the lesser characters. I know she's gotten some really great improvements, and I know one of the premier Milia's Lord Knight is feeling really comfortable with her right now. Or, well, not comfortable, but feeling good about the changes in these updates. But even still, a character that you do not see very often because she dies so quickly, and you have to just play the game in just a different way. To be honest, you play the game a little bit differently with these fast characters.
Yeah, and you sort of just like have to, really, right? Like, I mean, like you saw like Milia pretty much schmooving a lot of the time, right? There was one round like she was really close to like losing like pretty much losing the game. But it's that speed that sort of lends itself an advantage, right? It's something that you have to think of a little bit more consistently. Is if I'm playing this fast, gotta make sure not to get too burned. You know, like the wings on the side of her head don't want to turn her into Icarus, right? Don't want to fly too close to the sun. But still, congratulations to Blue Heck, man. I mean, like I have been like super impressed with like how he's been playing. Like it's impressive to be able to see that for sure.
Yeah, and we'll see how he fares against Test Your Luck. Those are our players set for winners final. It's going to be the Nagoriyuki versus the Kai, and it's definitely always an interesting matchup for me to see both characters with the long range. And we saw, what was it? Our very first round was a Kai against Testament, but this is a different flavor of range here in Nagoriyuki.
Good burst, get off me. Blue burst, I don't want to be hurt. So
being able to burst when you know your opponent, when you know the Nagoriyuki is sort of limited by the blood gauge, is a very smart thing to do. But Test Your Luck doing a great job of mitigating the increase of the blood gauge. We still get the poke out and the knockdown. Time for Blue Heck to run the offense. Oh, tried to go for a fast PRC throw, but we still... Oh man. Powerful bait here from Test Your Luck.
I think a lot of people use 2H, but I don't feel like enough people talk about 6H being a good anti-air tool. I think that's such a great way to stop people who are trying to jump in on you, especially vertically. If they are way too high in the sky, you utilize that, it's going to put on a wall of hurt just like this. Breaking through wall and giving Test Your Luck a positive bonus, tries to move in, try to scare him, try to shimmy him a little bit, but instead he's going to go down here. Has the burst.
Oh no!
Hurt. Oh, he tried to set something up. He wanted more damage.
Oh, gets the chain shift. Test Your Luck went all in there with that PRC. What did they do? They did Beyblade Fast PRC JH. I think I saw.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's insane. That's cards on the table, all the marbles. That is right all the way to the end, and they popped blood for it. That was the second time we saw Test Your Luck get the blood burst, but luckily for them, they weren't super hard punished because of how far they were off of the response from Blue Heck.
And that's sort of the thing, though, right? Is that I wasn't expecting that to be much of the case either, but there we were in a situation where they just sort of have to go nuts in a situation like that. You can't really afford not to.
Oh, using that RC to check the burst bait, but when your opponent's working on a perfect, you gotta hold on to that burst a little bit. Very good, very well measured by Blue Heck, just being patient with the bursting.
Yeah. But right now, take a bite out of Kron. Nice, good set.
Oh, doesn't connect off the Beyblade.
Now he's in the corner, has to use the burst. Yeah.
Oh, there's the Fukyo cancel into the uppercut.
Oh, tried to block it.
Toe check.
6-8. Oh, baits it out.
Yeah, they didn't want to get thrown, so I think Blue Heck was trying to go for that super to catch some, not only strike invulnerability, but throw invulnerability there.
Yeah, and I think what's so interesting about that match, or specifically that round as well, is just the entire, it's like the entire back and forth, right? Like Blue Heck, I'm seeing you, Blue Heck. That brain's churning. You're working, right? Like that. Like I'm seeing what they're trying to go for, but they're just like a moment or two late. Like I'm still thinking about like the setup in the heavy fireball to try and punish the blood burst, and it just didn't work out. I can only imagine how much damage it actually would in a situation like that. That's really all it is that you can do.
Oh, getting that early bite. Gets the burst bait, takes another bite just to get things going. Oh, set up this pressure, keep it moving. We got so much meter. Oh, he did all of that. Test Your Luck still rocking, just barely on level 2 blood there. But gonna be close to a pop off of that Beyblade PRC once again.
Nice, Dragon Install. It's gonna break the wall, actually. Yeah, it does. Sets up to a hard knockdown. It's not hurt.
And there's not a lot that Nagoriyuki can do about these fireballs because Nagoriyuki doesn't have access to the clone, and being able to pressure off of these setups, Blue Heck takes the first round that they get in the set.
Great usage of the Dragon install as well. You know, maybe my opinion about Dragon install is changing just a little bit more and more, right? I mean, I feel like for a long time Dragon install was not great, and I thought that the meter trade-off for Dragon install just wasn't really that good. But turns out, like, this most recent patch, like, I'm starting to see it be utilized a lot more. And I think it's a great tool for Kai to be able to try to take advantage of now. Test your luck into the perfect. But we're tied at 1 round apiece.
Yeah, there's still an opportunity from both players. Offensive burst, we're trying to stay in and take it cleanly off of this corner pressure. Oh, yikes! Super?
Oh, man. Super going a little bit crazy.
Gotta be wary of these Oki options here. Blue X still has burst. Keeping it a little safe. Oh, just a little bit out of range.
Wow.
Unsucking Universe.
Gets the throw. Going to be the setup here. There's a good opportunity for them right now to just sort of go nuts. It's going to be kind of crazy.
Oh,
Still with the back and forth. Great hits.
Trying to force the issue. Oh, gets the burst out finally. Punishes the Fukyo in.
What in the world is happening
Fast
here, bro?
Mercy.
This
oh
is
my
crazy.
God, Blue Heck.
Dude, that match should have
From
done
the
so
jaws
long.
of defeat.
Holy crap.
104 immediately on the side of, oh my god, I can't believe like how much damage it is that we actually see like popping out. Just, I think it's so amazing to be able to see this back. Like Blue Heck, I haven't seen him really play as often as he has been today. I think it's so interesting to be able to see him just sort of show up and do like amazing. Like he definitely feels more comfortable the more that we see him playing against this Nago and Yuki. I think it's so unbelievably crazy to be able to witness something like that.
Yeah, there's just something magical about making all of the right decisions in a row. But a lot of the characters, I feel like, a lot of the top tiers that can really press the opportunities, they have a lot of options that just cover a lot of these decisions. But right now, Blue Heck's doing a really good job of pressuring. 100% tension punishes an attempt at a punish. We don't get the kill here. We didn't have the super yet, but we still have the opportunity to seal it up here. Oh, counter hit!
Played. What more is there for us to be able to see here? Gets the wall. Big damage, but you expect
Start BRC.
Coming that character. If one of the amazing unity right now, Blue Heck still trying to fight back. That has been such a good tool that Tester Luck has been using. It's been crazy. The Fukyo forward into DP, I don't know the name of that move, but that has been so crazy because it has been carrying him so far in terms of movement. It is wild. It is absolutely wild.
One of the things that was a really great way to contest Nagoriyuki was being able to challenge and punish the Fukyo forward, but now it's just even more dangerous with what you get out of it.
Yeah, super crazy, right? Like I think it's such a it's crazy. Like seeing a lot of these changes and a lot of these buffs. My God, 5H into 6H, powerful freaking combination, man. I mean, like I'm impressed. Like with how much damage this is doing time by. Well, I'm not really impressed, not surprised. Like this is what we're talking about.
Oh, catch it with the Sacred Edge to clean it up.
Great conversion on the side of Kai there.
And Blue Heck is just keeping their composure through and through. You might get touched a few times by Nagoriyuki, but as long as we can stay calm, cool, and collected, that's all we need. And are you seeing these IBFDs on the Far Slash series? Oh my god. Every time!
Man, oh man, what an amazing opportunity from Blue Heck here, man. Like, I mean, like, I'm enjoying watching him play. Oh, but the go burst, this is the last thing that you need on Nago. So trying to fight back. Nice, good purple RC as well, but drops the combo. Forces him to jump, thinks he's going to go for the command grab. He can't really dash, has to be a little bit more cautious with how he's utilizing his tools now.
Yeah, off of these ticks, Tester Luck is doing a lot of backdashing. Burst out.
is absolutely crazy here. Manages to
Stun
at least
Dipper
get a good hit
RC!
as well. Good RC!
It's close, but not enough.
Blue Heck. Good. Oh, he tried. He tried.
Back?
He was mashing.
Yes, he tried to BRC back. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Look at him. Left. No, I'm just kidding. I would be furious by that.
Test your luck.
Test
Test your luck.
Test your luck is like
absolutely just scared of Blue Heck. When Blue Heck gets started, they've been backdashing so frequently, and Blue Heck's just been doing a lot of just run up 2K, little repressure with trying to go for the close slash, I presume, but catching a backdash with far slash, and in this time catches the backdash with the 6H, and just catching Test Your Luck a little scared here, and it's just we're getting the tables flipped here. The initiative is all in favor of Blue Heck at the moment, and they're making so many great decisions and just poking through, being patient in neutral and on defense. There's so much that Nagoriyuki can do to really strong hand their way in. And Blue Heck is just putting up the stop sign, telling you, Test Your Luck, you need to slow down, my man. You need to put on the brakes.
Love seeing this utilization of this character as well, though, right? Because I feel like Kai sort of falls behind, right? I mean, like I visit Kizzy K's stream like just like a few times. He loves playing that character, as we all know, right? Secret to nobody. But I feel like this character is a little bit underappreciated and like undervalued, especially after the most recent patch as well. I feel like this character can be good. I just wasn't a fan of Dragon Install because I felt like there were best for them to use. And here we are in a situation where we see Kai using Dragon Install almost all the time. 5K into 6H. They're trying to fight. Gets the setup here. Nice.
There it is again.
He's been catching Test Your Luck's backdash a little while.
Test Your Luck can't do much. They're so high on blood, but we're chipping out. Tries to get in. We got the stun Dipper RC once more. Doesn't get the full combo. There's a blood burst. He's done for.
Nice.
Blue Heck.
Yeah.
Go.
Go back and forth. That's a lot. That's hitting all at once. Fukio's 4 tries to get the hit, but instead it's the falling S. Nice. Close S as well. Trying to find the hits too.
Going for the hard knockdown here off of the super. Gonna be able to recover down to 0 blood. So let's see what you got. It's opening day here for Nagoriyuki.
Nice clone. Saying to set up the Oki. Oh, okay, it's party time. I'm now, but Stomp the Yard is going to be enough for the time being. Still trying to keep the pressure, but Gold RC doesn't want to deal with any of this scenario. No shenanigans available here. I would just save the burst. Yeah, eats the overhead, saves the burst for the next round.
We're at even resources here, moving into our very last round of the set here. 1-1, 2-2. Oh, good super jump, air dash out. Burst, watch this blood, it's going up. Careful, careful!
Oh man, have to be so cautious about how you're playing this as well. Good. Oh, puts the mask back on. Mask on. Forget it. Mask off. Still trying to at least keep the pressure over the time being from Smoke. What more are they to do here? As I can only imagine.
Watch the Sun Dipper RC. We jump out of the throw attempt. We have the RC if we want to go for it. Tries to go for the throw. Gets it again. No PG. We have the RC again. We're out of meter and we get the quick dust cleaning up Blue Heck.
What a time. I'm not going to lie to you. That's not what I was expecting to get off. I saw that first hit whiff and my heart stopped. Like that first throw whiff and my heart stopped. It's like, oh no, he's going to get punished. But the throw happens again. I don't think Test Your Luck was expecting that to happen. He wasn't ready for the throws to actually be utilized, which was a good option by Blue Heck, but I don't think he was ready to see it whiff. I don't think he was ready for the punish necessarily, and because of that, it ended up delaying how Test Your Luck responded to that. I believe when he got thrown, it said like punish or something like that. Like I think he did get punished for that throw actually. Yeah. Man, Blue Heck, what a great player. I love man. Let me see more of that card.
I mean, it's not Guilty Gear unless you're mashing throw like a degenerate.
Absolutely. You're darn wire. You are dang right, man.
When it comes out on frame 2, Why not? Might as well. It feels good. It feels good to land a throw in this game. What a fantastic set.
Closest that we've seen all day too, actually.
Yeah, have they opened no? Have they opened 3-0s on stream today? No, Blue Heck versus Superboy.
Most of them,
yeah.
Yes, but that was like the only one for the most part. Like I think but even still like that one, even though like it was like a back and forth, it was still like Blue Heck still had like putting his best foot forward. And I see you in chat too, fam. Yeah, let me see more of that Kai. I'm trying to peep it. I'm trying to peep it. Show me what them both can do, fam.
It's looking nice. It's looking extra nice. Yeah. I can't wait to see more of you. And Blue Heck, my man, you are in winner's side of grand finals, and that's a good place to be. We can only imagine where you go from there, but it's feeling good. You have a whole one set to give away at the moment, but what you at home have to give away, you can go to that exclamation point, Maturino. You can give 25 cents to the pot by hitting that claim code button. Just sign in with any of your socials. You can also follow those sponsored quests for a little extra cash, and you can additionally donate out of the kindness of your heart. All of that money going right to the Maturino, and it's gonna feel good for these players to get a little bit of extra cash in their pocket. They're coming in doing such a fantastic job today. Just after that last match, man, oh my god. After that last match, man, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have to, come on, you got to give the support if you want to see more of this amazing action. I think it is such a wonderful opportunity to be able to witness these players put a lot of stuff on the line for themselves, you know? I mean, like, it's not easy to be able to pull off a lot of these crazy plays, to be able to pull off a lot of these astute observations that we see a lot of these players bringing out. I think that's something that deserves a little bit of a follow, deserves a little Maturino support, right? I love commentating these matches. They're super awesome to always be able to witness.
Yeah, you can go into training mode and find the answer to every setup ever and find out the grimiest tech that's ever been seen, but being able to implement it in a tournament match is a skill in its own right, and it's truly impressive to be able to see these players, and the players we see now are Corey versus Phantom here. We're seeing that lovely May versus this Zato play. Oh, great manipulation of the Eddie meter. We still got that 6P to cover this Dolphin on the way in.
Yeah, right now, Phantom being forced out to burst. There goes Eddie. Punched in his mouth, unfortunately deflates like a balloon. And to hold the rest of this situation right now as May is on the back foot. Corey still has to try and fight back. Backdash is going to go to Totsugeki. Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. We're close enough to the corner to be fully dead, but it's extra dangerous. Smells like Up Dolphin went for the 6K to clean it up, but S Dolphin to clean it up here. Corey going up one round in this game.
Totsugeki. My friend, you know, stated by the great and wise Albert Einstein, you know, once said Totsugeki. And here we are, Corey, putting that May brain to use here as he managed to actually get off the man grab, but is now in the corner. This is not where you want to be. Now you're trapped in the gulag.
Oh, great manipulation of Eddie. We're trying to get the mix. We didn't get the damn thing. What a wonderful job. Jump from Corey here. 6P? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Zato mash, we poking out. Trying to get the summon here, but the counter hit Dolphin into overhead kiss. This is big damage, and all burst safe.
What good combo on the side of May. Right now, man, just at least get the heads, get the 2K. A little bit of the tripping. Corey finds at least one of those matches available to him, so it's been pretty interesting to be able to see this. I think what's so interesting is that I'm not seeing Zato necessarily put up a little bit of those wacky, wavy, inflatable tube men. I think that sort of like stops Totsugeki in his tracks because it is still like another physical hit. So I'm a little bit more aware of, and I think that by putting that in control space, control the neutral, it can be a little bit harder for Corey to get out of those situations. May have good buttons and very active buttons, but sometimes it's not enough to just have that.
Yeah, May button's very notorious for being able to punish the Eddie movement from Zato. The 5H, huge and disjointed, 2S and 2K. I know very early on, Latif didn't really like this matchup at all, going up against Slash.
That's
but
true,
now
you're
we
right,
get
actually.
the burst punish. We're playing squash here in the corner, racquetball bouncing up against there. We're getting the clean pickup. Corey is looking super confident in this set here. Oh, there's that 5H.
Right, oh, nice.
Counter hit, anti-air 6H.
Oh, wow. What an opportunity, bro. Just back and forth. You see him bouncing around. That is gel. That works.
That's 70%.
It really would be that simple. That's all it is. You can
oh my god!
Still criminal.
Dude,
criminal
we just got
character.
Here. We just got here and it's over? We just got here. Oh my god, we opened the door and they sent us right home.
Criminal.
Like, not only does May have fantastic buttons to contest Eddie, Zato has got no life and no guts. Literally. So you feel every hit. When you hit Zato with a May, with the big anchor, with the dolphin, it's like 90% of the time they're just absolutely ruined.
How it feels trying to fight like Chip and Milia against her too, right? Like it's just like a lot of those hard hitting combos, very simple combos, but still gets the job done. So who cares, right? Like that's I think that's so I think that's so interesting to be able to see them like try and like try and see how they adapt to this strategy, adapt to this matchup. It's kind of hard.
Oh, counter hit close slash. We had the Eddie summon, but no confirmation. Still getting the pressure here. We got the sword to resummon. Tried to contest the Eddie movement, but we still got them drills to clean it up. Phantom takes another game. Another round, excuse me. Oh, there's that 5H.
Tries to find the pressure there as well. 6H, still trying to keep the pressure on. Yeah, can't really challenge that. Heavy Totodeki as well. Nice! Good purple RC to cancel it out. Doesn't find the confirm from the on out, but instead is at least going to be able to keep the corner position. Phantom trying to fight his way out of it.
Oh,
nice.
This is the classic! We've seen Zato players far and wide doing this combo. Oh, bursting out. We want none of that. Oh, picked up and killed from it too. The burst leading to the kill.
Trying to fight back for the most part. Tries to clap him up. Oh, waving inflatable tube, man. Big combo damage here too into a setup. Canceled it early just to try and find their way in, which is something that's really, really important. But right now, May's on the back foot here. We saw one of those new changes coming into use there. The dash cancel to try and keep up the pressure for track up.
Yeah, we saw Corey actually contest the dash cancel off the meaty close slash with a throw before from Phantom. And great awareness with the jump, but still Phantom able to poke out, get their pressure established, and just send them to the corner for the kill. Sometimes you have a little friend in Eddie to help you out when the time when the time comes.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that is all it takes. You just gotta have a friend that's there to help you out. Like that's just sort of how like it's like insurance. A life insurance policy is what Eddie is, and finding a confirm like that to be able to close out the round is even better. That's the chef's kiss, right? You saw Phantom struggling a little bit as the match had gone on, but now we've tied things up at 2-2 here in losers quarters. Great 6P as well.
Oh, there's that buff from the Pierce, being able to combo and pop up much higher, but we get the meaty reversal throw from Corey to start the pressure. Bursting out, we want none of this.
Try the 6P once again. We're still managing to get the pressure on. Nice. Fakes out the overhead as well. No falling down normals. Here comes Mr. Yamada on his way, but finds just instead of
bro, what was that damage? What the heck?
Yeah,
bro, that was a throw.
Yo, May just does damage accidentally. Like, blink and you miss it. That's how it goes when May's on screen. Oh, trying to catch the frog on the way down. Trades with it. 6P nice, calls out the dolphin.
Well, he's doing good at sniffing out those Totodeki.
Oh, we got the back throw off of the counter hit. S Dolphin guard crush. trying to eat these plus frames, getting right out far slash, catching this S Dolphin to reestablish a neutral presence.
Right now, things are a little bit fishy for Corey. He tries to use his aquatic friends to try and help him out, manages to get the slide right on in. This isn't going to be the kill, but it is going to be a lot of damage. Phantom, next mix, will be the one that kills here. Stops him from jumping up, just wants to set up for the pressure. Good blocks from Corey. Runs at him, manages to get him to jump, but didn't actually go for the command grab. Gold burst, this is huge for Phantom.
Oh, but got the dead spot on the drills. Oh, we want it over right now.
Starts coming. Nice.
I tried to pick up with what looked like a damn Fang, but the poke out to KD from Corey, cleaning it up in the end. If the scores are right, that's 3-2 going down to the distance.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you have to just like look at that situation and just say, it really do be like that, and just move on, right? Like that's just sort of how you have to accept it. You have to take it as it is, and that's just, you know, like it is unfortunate, but Phantom still played that, I still think, extremely well. Did an amazing job with their placement, great adaptation as well. I think that it's overall like a really, really good thing that we saw that match, because now Phantom's going to be taking it down in his head mentally, right? Try and find the best answer for the next time it is they might run into each other and then City of Gaming.
Oh yeah. Being able to be on stream is extremely nice if you're a tournament player.
Yeah.
You can record your own matches as well, but you get to get sort of, I feel, a macro perspective at everything. Not only do you get to form your own decisions, we have a little input ourselves. We have a little bit of influence here on the microphone. We get to tell our friends down in Guilty Gear Strive how awesome they are at the game and could definitely kick my butt.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely am like a big fan of being able, you know, like, and this is something I think is so unbelievably great. It's just seeing events open back up again, you know, like to the public, just being able to have that sense of camaraderie, like, you know, like sitting here like in a room as nice as it is, commentator, just doesn't beat like the live feel, you know. And I think that's something that is so unbelievably cool to be able to witness. It's just that live feel that these kind of events bring. And while I love like seeing like Incendium Gaming and seeing all these wonderful people, it would have been nice to see him at Combo Breaker. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been nice to see him at CEO. Wish I would have had the opportunities to go, but maybe next year.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on these past 2 years, and I don't know about all of y'all at home, but I've certainly made many new acquaintances and many new friends from across the country and across the world through these online events, these online communities, and being able to just experience everything offline is truly different. I'm so incredibly lucky to live somewhere with a thriving local scene. We get like 20 people weekly for Guilty Gear at least, and it's great. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. Seeing everyone improve, everyone there, they help me become a better player, help me understand the game to a higher degree, and just being able to buddy around, just be with the homies. It's truly electrifying.
It is. It really, really is. Yeah. Like, if you guys ever have the chance to go to your locals, definitely go to them. Like, it's a really fun experience. Always.
Even just like hopping on a Discord call with someone from somewhere else completely, hours and hours away, just playing some games, getting instant feedback is truly amazing. And that's something that I really love about the great online that we have in Guilty Gear Strive, which allows our players like Corey and Casper here in our losers semifinals match to play against each other.
See the Giovanna, that's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I know Giovanna took a bit of a hit in this recent patch.
Yeah, she did actually.
Oh, we didn't have the 150% tension. I was looking at the wrong bar and thought that Casper was dead. Counter hit 2D, still a great button.
Absolutely. He's going to be able to break the wall, too. Tried to red RC because I don't think that was going to break the wall or reach from that distance, but just FD to try and see if they can stop the pressure.
Extra buff. That spiral arrow Spiral arrow is just a little bit of more plus frames on that one. But we still got the reversal throw here to clean it out. Casper gets the first hit off the counter hit Far Slash gets the clean wall break, Charge Dust to seal it out. We're moving into positive bonus, a place where Giovanna really likes to be.
Absolutely, yeah. And just to at least get a good hit. Yes.
Classic. Abare 5P 3K.
Good hits. Oh, good purple RC to extend that last little bit, that last little hop. It is that you see that sort of extended that range for her. What a call!
Oh no! Oh, doesn't have tension for a super here. We still get the knockdown, moving into a positive bonus ourselves.
Oh wow, yeah, you.
Okay. There are 3 constants in life. Death, taxes, Giovanna's players going to air super when they have 50% tension.
I mean, it's safe. You can't really punish her for it. Like, I'd be doing that all the time too if I played.
No, it's like +5 on block or something ridiculous like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I'd be going for it all the time too if I could.
Oh, Fuzzy? Does that catch? Oh no, doesn't have any meter to punish that. Or to recover from that.
A little bit of extra damage as well. 6H to break the wall. Here's Casper. Tries to fight back.
Oh, instant burst. We having none of that clash. Yo, London is calling out here.
That clashed?
Yo,
that is not May what I thought would happen.
Dog, May 5H, never doubt. Never doubt.
I can't believe that.
Dude, that thing was so crazy that I think the lobby got bodied.
Yo, lobby
the lobby got bodied again? Yeah. I mean, that's just how that happens, you know.
May 5H will do that to him, man. May 5H will do that.
It will. It will, yeah.
Why not press that button? Desk. It's such a good button.
It is a really good button. It's extremely active. I tried to whip punish it the other day when I was playing Viking, and I got hit. And I'm like, I reacted to that, and I got hit. That's kind of crazy to think about, you know.
May is out here swinging the anchor with reckless abandon, and
absolutely,
May's just having a grand old time. A grand old time. Corey is just doing nice and fine, mighty pretty.
Just sitting pretty, you know. Just how
it down. Offensive burst. We lose the corner right away. Corey is looking at center stage, but Casper gets the hit and pushing Corey right to the corner, goes for the safe jump setup, but we jumping out off of the FD.
Try to that Corey. I just get the hit the Toshigeki. Big enough to find the hit. There we go. There's the dash cancel again. Fully charges the 6H for the extra damage and charges it again to break that wall. Get themselves a positive bonus.
Oh, 3K punish the startup of that 2D. You can't be pressing it as often as the days of old, but still. Corey moving up 1 round here in the second game. Simple confirms. Oh, smells like Up Dolphin.
Oh, man. Nice. Good hit as well. Just finding the pressure like how you need it.
Yo, I swear Corey is doing so well with these charged up dolphins. And coming out on top a lot of the time, catches the auto time setup for the empty jump throw. Casper's got these unlocked, tying it up here. First baited.
Oh, nice. Managed to at least get a good hit.
Yamada-san?
At least trying to keep the pressure on for the time being. Nice.
Baited.
Good hit, counter hit, 2S.
Oh, having the perfect confirm from it. They weren't close enough to get anything super heavy and just careful going for a conservative 2S punish as opposed to the 5H or a 6H or anything risky like that. Making sure you get the definite hit. And Corey, what situational awareness and very, very strong punish and just finding those gaps in the burst bait and the wire C bait back to back.
Yep, and I think that's like a really good, like, not only is that good awareness, but that shows mastery over your character, right? Or even just the beginning steps of mastery is being able to understand and pinpoint when you need to be punishing things at certain times. It becomes second nature. It becomes like something that you don't even really have to think about. So I think that's great. And Corey definitely is that kind of main player.
Oh, get overhead kiss. Reversal Yamada came out the other side. Yo. Okay. Corey, what? That styling a little bit. Bro, if that's
just
optimal, that's mighty cute.
No, man. There's a charged up dust. Totsugaki, went for the heavy Totsugaki and then followed up with the...
These mid-screen confirms for May got totally juiced up in this patch. Oh, burst baited! That's gonna hurt the Calliest of all Cali bursts right there from Casper. But you know, dying with burst is such a bad feeling anyway.
It is.
It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Right. Yeah. You have to, like, in certain situations you have to like burn a burst so early because you'd rather not deal with like a situation where you're faced with either damned if you do, damned if you don't. Right? I've seen people like get like the first hit and then burst immediately, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like just one hit immediately, and that's just how they handle it.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta panic burst.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. Like it's necessary.
It just you see the zoom in off the heavy counter hit, and you fear for your life. Ain't nothing putting the fear of God in anyone's eyes like heavy counter hit.
Nope, nothing like that. That's for sure. Overall, like an amazing game. Like super impressive to be able to see both those players sort of duke it out in that way.
Yeah, and it looks like we're getting a rematch here for our next round. Losers finals, Test Your Luck versus Corey. It was 3-0 in favor of Test Your Luck on winner's side, but Corey was able to take a round, which not many players were able to do. Let's see how I want to see them juiced up from feeling themselves against Casper. You got the momentum, you got to run with it. Once you get those burst baits rolling, you feel like you're the best player in the world, and you can do anything. You're unstoppable at that point.
You do, yeah. You have to, like, momentum is a very real thing. Like, people really have to, like, take advantage of momentum when they can, because if they don't, it really can end up biting them in the butt. Like, you have to find a good opportunity for yourself and sort of run with that, even if the person you're going up against is somebody that you've lost against in the past. So I entirely agree with you. I'm super excited to see this rematch because it's going to be something that is exceptionally interesting.
Yeah, and as far as tournament matches go, Test Your Luck's been a bit cold. We had a few matches running, and Test Your Luck's just been waiting to play in the bracket, waiting there in losers finals. And we'll have to see how Corey manages through all of this just overwhelming offense and these decisions that Test Your Luck makes. But you can only go up from here. You can only go up from here. There was down from the 3-0. It's you either make the improvement and you feel like, okay, I did better than previous. I feel good. You get the win. I feel nice. You get the loss. Hey, it's exactly what happened last time. Can't feel down on myself about that, right?
Right. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, sometimes you just have to roll with the punches. That's like the best opportunity it is that you can get. You sort of just gotta, take the hits as they're coming and just move right on forward.
Yeah, and a really great thing about not only the Guilty Gear Strive online net code, it's great. The environment that it allows everyone to participate in tournaments that are going on basically every
Use the
match
runos, folks, please. Use the match runos. We're at 56. And embarrassing.
Lots of these places having these matcherinos. Go hit !matcherino in chat, help support these players. But right now, Corey got that clean air backdash on round start and is already pushing Test Your Luck to the corner.
Good hit, good character so far once again. Nago just doing Nago things nice, gets the empty jump set up as well. Meaty set up on the second hit of DP.
And we're still rocking the blood buff off of the Blood-Sucking Universe, but we're moving close to pop. Careful. Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh, nice. Living on the edge. Test Your Luck. I had to hold my breath for a moment. Oh my god.
Sometimes you just got to, You definitely have to. Finds the Beyblade for the time being. And is still trying to keep the corner position here. Nice, good burst as well.
Yeah, offensive burst, got the up drift on the red RC, trying to get this pressure right through and against the wall to kill off the 6H. Burst coming back, but it's not a factor. Test your luck. Is showing no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, it's been it's been just nonstop, you know. Like there was a reason I mentioned it before. He's one of those players where you just sort of see him playing, and once he can hit that go button, he knows exactly what it is that he needs to do. He knows exactly when he needs to hit the gas and how he needs to play. It's really, really impressive watching him play all the time.
Yeah, and the use of burst there, the offensive burst, Test Your Luck has been doing it all evening already. Being able to use your neutral sense to push your opponent to the corner, and then your resources to keep your opponent in the corner is really great game plan that Test Your Luck has been implementing to great success.
Let's get the 2S. Nice, 6P.
Oh, great up dolphin. Well.
Good hits. Nice back throw. Tried to bait out the burst, but 2S. Nice, but no punish.
Oh, J2H, a little bit of frames lost on that previously, but we still got the plus. Yo, okay, where's it going?
Oh, okay.
Not quite enough. Nagoriyuki, highest effective health in the entire game. Burst baited. Oh, a little thirsty for the bursty. Corey is drinking good tonight.
Absolutely. Right now. Nice. Gets the cross up in that situation. Drops the anchor. Finding good hits and gets the back throw as well. Nice, good cross. RC up just to find a little bit of additional height to get this corner carry. You gotta be careful. Yep, there goes the 5H.
Oh, just swinging.
Swing.
Oh, IV on the Beyblade.
Nice. Beyblade once again.
It's like one single hit ought to do it, and it does that up back JS. We chicken guard for the W. Corey moving up the ladder takes a game.
Yeah, like it's overall great patience and good awareness from Corey as well, just to be able to know, like, okay, I could just sort of like play back and, you know, wait for my opportunity and things like that, and, you know, there it is. There's the opportunity it was that he was looking for. Manages to cash out on it with the jump back JS, and I think that's a great tool to be able to try and stop things. You saw the constant utilization of 5H as well, and Test Your Luck even responds with his own jump back JS, which got him to hit it. That ended up in a scenario, and I don't know. Like I'm always impressed by these players. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like Corey has a little bit of a better read on the defensive and offensive options that Test Your Luck is going for. I mean, sometimes you just get punished into super and catch the hard knockdown, but Corey's feet definitely looks like they feel confident. And just backdashing through, no blood-sucking universe for you.
Being good. Good show of skill on either side right now. Wow, good confirmation. Yeah. Great job on that. Using the jump P just to make sure you get a little bit of the extra damage. You want the wall break, you want the positive bonus. Good job, Corey. That was well played. Well thought out as well.
Corey has their fingers on the pulse of Test Your Luck and is able to get all of these things working out so clean for them. Gold burst!
I agree.
Test Your Luck a little bit greedy on the burst bait. Oh, we still get the punish and the knockdown in the corner.
Has to go for the super as well. Has to be able to break the wall. Has to try and see if they can set up Okazeme. Wall break.
Deplete the blood down to 0. A little bit early on the blood-sucking universe, I think.
Yeah. Just positioning well. Gets the hit, and wow, manages to cross up too. Oh, no confirmation. Don't burst here. You can't really afford to do that. There's the clone.
Oh, catches the backdash. Test Your Luck has been hitting back on their controller with such ferocity tonight.
Great job. And just good, good positioning, good awareness. I mean, I feel like I've said this thing so many times. You keep seeing the same thing over and over again. Being executed very well on either side. Like, it's kind of hard to say anything else. Good purple RC.
She's dead?
Yeah, she's
the one-hit stick into the 6H2? Oh my god.
6H hurts. 6H hurts. I mean, like, once again, like, having that extra blood gauge as well not only increases the range. I don't know if it increases the damage, but it might be a mental thing, you know. Like, it might, you might see the damage and you might feel like the damage is increased by how hard it's hitting. I figured that she was dead in that scenario, but it doesn't make it any easier to look at, for sure.
We hold a very special power as commentators that you need to be careful when we proclaim to the stream whether or not something is going to kill.
Very true. Very, very true. If you say it with confidence and then you're wrong, though, it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be alright.
Everyone's done it before.
Yeah, at least once.
So that's a lot of Fukios. Oh, 3K gets under the 2H. We're right to the corner, but didn't get the close slash for the right combo confirmation.
Good hits.
Oh.
Nice.
Rough.
Good 6H.
Test Your Luck, I think, noticed that Corey did a good job of backdashing or challenging some of these throw attempts. So maybe just going for a bit more consistent meaties. Been working out pretty well against Corey here.
Nice block there.
Nice,
man, just to get things well. Yeah, breaks the wall, gets a little bit of the positive bonus as well in their back pocket. Good 2H as well, like just having the awareness to know. So they wanted to do, they wanted to approach from the sky.
Using the full S series to recover some of that blood, but it's still mighty high. The specials are locked down. We're just going to hold the burst off for the last round in this game. Both players functionally at equal resources. Corey definitely going to be able to get a burst back in this game.
Yep. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Otherwise, he's looking at it, as we mentioned earlier, a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment, right? Nice.
Oh, there it is
throw, 6-8. There it is. Just go for the mix. Good burst. That's a gold burst, too. That's pretty huge.
Gets the side
swap. It's going to be a hit combo for Corey.
But we still rocking that 50% tension. Gets the hit off the Mr. Dolphin. Going to be able to take to the wall and go for the break if we want it. Returning back to neutral is dangerous against Nagoriyuki and Test Your Luck, though.
Nice. Look for the hit. Nice. Try to catch the backdash. He didn't die off of that. This is 8. Oh, wow! The counter hit on Totsugeki.
Signed,
I can't
sealed,
believe that. The counter hit on Totsugeki.
Putting it all on the line there with the opportunity of Totsugeki RC. I think just catching Test Your Luck at the wrong time and bringing it up to a final game here in our losers finals.
Honestly, seeing like Totsugeki, like seeing that Totsugeki come out just means that like it's kind of a really rough opportunity to sort of like to see how that last match ended, because you see that like the 6H comes out and then all of a sudden it's just like like Test Your Luck, I don't think like knew how to adapt the situation or just wasn't aware and tried the Beyblade. Like Corey Totsugeki's like it's one of those like nail biting moments where you just have to do something.
Going down for the mix. We're in the corner. Check the blood gauge is getting super high. Tried to go for the throw counter again, but we just held down. But the up Dolphin not good enough. Test Your Luck pokes out Corey trying to recover some space in the stage. Oh, good counter.
I know. Finding good hits and good pressure. Manages to at least get the super as well.
This is so close.
Too. Yeah.
Not quite enough. Working on about 5% life here. In chip range, but just gets clipped. I think landing frames from the jump caught by the Shadow Clone, and Test Your Luck in a clean confident final game, moving back to get revenge off from Blue Heck in Grand Finals.
Yeah, here we are once again. Like, I'm sure Blue Heck, like, once again, I hope he's at least in. That's something it is that, like, happens very often in tournaments and I don't think gets talked about enough, is, like, the aspect of, like, not necessarily burnout, but, like, just being prepared, right? I've definitely seen people not practice when I feel like they should have in some of these scenarios, and it ends up biting them in the butt, right? But I'm sure Blue Heck is more than ready for a situation like this to go back against Tester Luck.
Oh, yeah. And they got to feel fired up to play against Blue Heck, right? Because Tester Luck went up 2-0 against Blue Heck before they just clawed back from the jaws of defeat into that win, that victory. And Blue Heck was just so confident moving in as the set went longer. But right now, Tester Luck is gotta be feeling a little similar. Gotta be feeling some type of way after that last set, going the distance against Corey on the May. And for those of you who haven't already, this tournament is supported by Matcherino. You can go to Matcherino.com. You can hit !Matcherino in the chat, get a link, follow it, click the contribute and claim code buttons to help support our players. You can follow those sponsored quests as well and help get these players paid after this wonderful tournament. But now we got our grand finals set, Tester Luck versus Blue Heck.
Yeah, here we go. The two of them fighting one another once again. This time Tester Luck, gas pedal, already flooring it right now, as he's keeping the pressure on them. Wall breaks, and then you have plenty of time. Tried to use the helicopter, but not going to quite find it.
Oh, tick throw, Blue Heck. This is the offense started. Stun Dipper came out.
Nice.
We might have seen the startup frames, but I don't know if Tester Luck was ready for it.
I'm not sure they were ready for it either, to be honest
Quick
with you.
dust.
Nice, good jump back ass and baits out the burst. Blue Heck.
The awareness. Blue Heck saw that the burst was coming there because they didn't get raised up by the red RC, and the Calliest of all Cali bursts coming in from Tester Luck here to finish it out.
Right now, still fighting back though. Has a hell of a challenge in front of him. I guess to try and find some sort of way to maintain this lead. This looks familiar from last round. Same script, but maybe a different story.
If Tester... aggressive burst thing there. Blue Heck still does have more burst meter left than Tester Luck, but it's in favor of Nagoriyuki from getting a burst back since he dies so much slower.
Right now, it seems like things are sort of going the pace of Blue Heck as he just lost flat into the Ride of Lightning. Can't ask for a much better opportunity other than that.
Oh, Medius 5Ks catches the backdash once more with the bar slash. He might not get a burst in time.
Nice.
Oh my gosh! Blue Heck!
Diary Clock. I have to. You have to. Hey, Blue Heck, you're playing amazing right now. I am really happy to be able to be watching this. Tester Luck still has plenty of opportunities in front of him. He's not out of the tournament yet, still has potentially blow for blow. It is absolutely amazing to be able to see this type of adaptation for both of these players. And when it gets down to the wire, it gets down to the wire.
Oh, yeah. Tester Luck has essentially 1.5 games to adapt successfully. And they've been going to round 3 every single time that Blue Heck won. And Nagoriyuki definitely has that sort of tournament stability factor where sometimes you just accidentally win the game. But Blue Heck is just playing nice, honest, Shoto neutral here. Real close to the blood pop, gotta be careful. But we mitigate it right at the very end, able to clean up and pick up some of those blood spots back off of these sword normals.
I just get a good hit. Wow, that traded.
Went for the full slash series, and we get the punish here. Blue Hex starting the pressure here. Stun. Oh my god, the Foudre arc with the shock state. Tester Look's got to be careful. They've been backdashing so much, and I think the Foudre arc just calling that out just a little bit.
No. The pressure is still on. Still finding, I'm just like speechless. I'm like watching, like trying to see, well, is he going to take the bait or not? Blue Heck. Yeah, it really is. Blue Heck carries the wall into the super.
That's looking like a kill here. First back on both players. See, round 3, even resources. We've seen it a few times so far. Oh, that's a lot of blood used. So much spent early on. Careful, careful.
Oh, man.
Oh, he got hit by it. He wasn't checking the meter. But this is a lot of life lost for nothing. Oh, they had 50% tension. When a Nagoriyuki has 50% tension, they're always going for that third hit far slash.
Nice, gets the throw as well. Test your luck just to tie things up for the time being. Just for the time being.
It's like those like excited monster truck rally commercials. We gave you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guilty you're watching, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely I'm loving watching these two play. Like, they have been going back and forth consistently. Now here we are, tied at 1-1 in grand finals. Guys, please, once again, before we even finish out this tournament, be sure you guys check out that Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat, if you would like to find out how you can keep supporting this amazing Guilty Gear action. But we, for right now, are going to be staring directly at the match. 2K to 2D into 6H. And still finding the corner position on the side of Test Your Luck.
Oh, first Vapor Thrust off the set. Ooh, YRC, we ain't having none of this. Get these plus frames, catches the backdash once more.
Nice. Finds a good hit at least.
We're just on the edge of that blood gauge. Shock State, Foudre arc, we've poken through that 2S at level 2 blood just a little bit faster, like 10 frames or something now.
Keeping pressure on, Shadow Clone coming out to play here. As for right now, still trying to consider a multitude of different options. As Blue Heck is trying to fight back Test Your Luck to get the pressure here. Fights back, good 5P and good awareness.
Adaptation
great reaction
coming out. Getting out of dodge there. This is how it starts.
It is. It can happen to you kids. Just to fight back, put heels backwards, just to try to find a little bit more of the pressure as well.
You gotta watch your toes
way, Test
there.
Your Luck comes up. Yep.
At that mid-range from Nagoriyuki and Kai as well, but Nagoriyuki is so good at, and Blue Heck's been caught a few times already, that 2S comes out so fast, especially at higher blood levels. It recovers so quickly, and it's just so threatening. Nagoriyuki is this just huge mass just coming into your face, trying to just punch you into the next week. And you want to walk back, you want to retreat, but you got to watch your toes. You can't be walking back when you're in that 2S range.
You have to. You have to actually be able to, once again, like you said, watch yourself here in that 2S range. He's sitting on 2 blood bars. That's going to become more of a confirm. He's going to hit 2S into 5H. You're going to be crying. Like, you got to be careful when you're looking at how this match can end up playing out. But great start so far on the side of Blue Heck. For that 2S, doing God's work right now.
And there it is again. Very important factor in this game so far. Using the IBFDs so efficiently, but sometimes you just forget about that last hit, that RC cleaning it up. It's yet another consistent in life. It's the Nagoriyuki players going for the far slash series with their 50% tension.
Yeah. Nice, good DP as well on the side. Blue Heck, so trying to fight back 6H as well. Seems like right now things are going a little bit more in the favor of test your luck. Things could happen just like this. It could happen to you, kids. This could happen to you.
Yeah, something that seemed very important in the previous set, Blue Heck was getting so much mileage off of the Stun Dipper RC, but Test Your Luck has been pressuring at such a degree that it's hard for Blue Heck to get the 50% tension in order to get the RC.
So far, so good.
Okay.
Blue Heck.
50% burst on Blue Heck's side.
They'll have plenty of opportunity. Good Beyblade as well. Just trying to keep things a little bit more on the side. Nagoriyuki here, nice. This is working at reset. He's actually dead from this, I'm pretty sure. That scaling was like non-existent. Yeah, he's dead.
He's gotta be. He's so dead.
Show him the back.
He's so dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Perfect too?
A bracket reset.
Test
a bracket
your luck.
reset.
We're going the distance. We're here at our very last set of Digital Havoc. Monday, July 27th, Guilty Gear Strive here. It's fantastic. If you like what you're seeing, hit exclamation Matrino in the chat. Donate to the pot. Hit those codes. Claim them as much as possible. Those sponsor quests. If you like the Guilty Gear action, if you want to see more, show us that you're interested. Because I know I'm having a great time here, and I hope you are too. Oh, just Fukyoing in and out. He's already at level 2 blood, halfway to the pop on that last tick.
The throw tech. Good awareness from both players as well.
And now that Test Your Luck isn't backdashing as much and eating these, not only backdashing, eating these Foudre arcs, the opening for the throw is just presented from Blue Heck so well. And we know we're playing the RPS. We know we're conditioning the opponent. Blue Heck, whether or not they lost the set previously, they're ready and in the metagame here against Test Your Luck.
5K, 6H, still managing to find good hits here. Nice. Looking for whatever opportunity they can. They're trying to find more and more ways to close this one out. Test Your Luck. 2S, 5H. Nice, good challenge on the Fukyo forward.
Meatiest of meaty 5Ks. Trying to keep them in the corner. The Foudre arc gets punished with the 5P. Test Your Luck, evening it up here on rounds. Blue Heck is just moving in with a little bit too much confidence at times. There it is again, ever since the first set. Oh, aggressive burst. 5H! Backdashing through the blood-sucking universe. Long distance from the Foudre arc. We're pushing them to the corner. Test Your Luck. A little bit far off the far slash series. Trying to bait the burst, but you can't get it too quickly. Oh, gets right around. Tries to go in again. Fast RC through! Blue Heck. In with a vengeance on this first game of this second set. Moving so fast and so clean. Test Your Luck is just eating these mix-ups. Blue Heck finding these ins and outs pretty well, pretty consistently. Looking like my commentary partner might be a little bit frozen here.
I think our buddy here, his power went out not too long ago.
Oh, yeah. Yikes. On the very last set, of all times to go in a set like this. Okay.
It's pretty insane, though, right now.
SR Stun Edge. 5K using that spacing off the Beyblade to keep it clean.
Yep.
Throwing in. Oh, good use of the jump slash. Reversal in the stagger. We've been going a little bit too fast on those, Blue Heck. It's time to slow down and think.
Had that unlocked. Stun Edge, okay.
Reversal Stun Dipper, we're just getting in.
Big swoon.
Yeah, counter hit 2H, just fantastic button. Scary button ever since the betas.
I know.
All right, Fook going in and out. Test your luck, really a big fan of these Fukyos.
Look at that. He just says like, yo, screw your fireball. Oh, he tried to go for a grab.
Blue Heck's going for these grabs a little bit, and we're returning to the backdash option that Tester Luck has been rocking for so frequently in the very first set. But the far slash into the 5H, cleaning up 2 straight rounds. Tester Luck is not going out without a fight.
Nah. Looking real solid right now.
Sometimes you gotta play confident, and when you can play confident with Nago or Yuki, you're moving clean. We've seen the likes of Hotashi making it deep into brackets, and there are few players I feel that move as confidently as Hotashi. He's just all feeling himself 100% of the time.
For the most
At least it definitely looks like it as a spectator.
Because the thing too with what I've noticed too with a lot of people, like also since he like kind of got that nerf now with the blood gauge, how you can burst a lot faster. Hotashi seems to be able to understand the pacing of it and knows when he needs to just chill out.
The blood gauge doesn't burst faster. It's the blood fills up slower but at the same rate. So each move has the same blood tax, but it fills up slower. So you can just keep chaining your specials over and over if you want to. Yeah. Oh, that's -1 if you block it like that, but Test Your Luck pressing the wrong button. Going through the wall here. We have 50% tension on the side of Blue Heck, and we're just out of range, it looked like, for that throw. Blue Heck sealing it out with the stun dipper. Oh, yeah. Round start 2D. And Test Your Luck loves these Fukyos and gets into these high blood states super quickly. Oh, confident bait, but doesn't get the punish. Was facing the wrong direction. Wasn't expecting the heavy saber thrust to get on the other side. Ooh, good contest with the 2P. First baited! They were going to go for that PRC anyway. Test Your Luck going for the burst at the wrong point. And even if they win here, they're going into the next round with such little opportunity to recover.
That was really nice.
Test Your Luck needs to be all offense here. Oh, that's how it starts. Big counter hit. 2H break. Recovering a decent amount of that blood. Going to be going towards level 1 pretty soon. That backdash again. We got the tick. Oh, and the helicopter JS cleaning it up. Test Your Luck up 2-1 against Blue Heck here.
Yeah. Looking good right now, though, for Test at the moment. But I feel like it's kind of back and forth between these two right now. There isn't, like, one particular player that's getting blown out like crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of... They're responding to each other, which I really love seeing in any fighting game. I feel like they've presented just about all of the options that they're going to bring to the table already. Yeah, they've used all of their decision trees. They've gotten to 10 games already, and they're just trying to pick the right option at the right time. And there are very few surprises I feel like either player has ready for the opponent, unless it's just something that comes out with tournament nerves.
Yeah. Oh, Kater. Commander. Oh no, yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, went for the first bait, I think, but was just a little bit delayed on the burst there.
Big hit.
Yeah, that Beyblade is -3 now, but
50 was annoying, man. Or not 50, the Beyblade.
Out of it. Yeah. People are saying, "Oh, you can punish it now," but they can still cancel out of it like any other special.
It's no different.
It's basically the same. They hardly changed.
Yeah, I know.
It's different at high blood. That's like the only difference.
Yep. Big damage here.
This is super close. Test Your Luck is poised to take the victory here, and the Fukyo back feint far slash to poke Blue Heck out of any sort of punish attempt. Test Your Luck off of The 3-1 comeback in both sets, taking it over Blue Heck. Our victor tonight at Digital Havoc Guilty Gear Strive.
Yes.
What a bracket.